Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Well, Bitcoin at 63,000 hit over 60,000. This thing doesn't want to stop, man. The greed level should be at extreme. Well, it is extreme, but it should be at 100 right, right now. It should be at 100 right now. Bitcoin going completely nuts here. Doesn't even care. And we're pricing up the markets for the the three rate cuts that are coming later this year or into this May, June, July time period. We believe is when the first rate cut's going to begin, and so the markets are pricing it up. A lot of money is coming out of the stock market right now because the stock market has been basically priced in right now. The three rate cuts have been priced in the stock market. So a lot of people are, as you guys know, Bezos and Bill Gates and many others, billionaires, Soros and others, are selling. Warren Buffett and those guys are selling a lot of shares right now. They're selling a lot of stock, right? And so we're getting a lot of these bearish signals on the SPY and everything else, right? So for a nice pullback. So we talked about, if you follow me on Patreon, once again, I have to keep mentioning this because everything's on Patreon. Like what we're seeing right now, we've already discussed it on Patreon, right? So it's amazing. Those people that are on Patreon are way ahead of everybody else. But we talked about it on Patreon and how the stock market was going to eventually price in and then pull back a significant amount. Not a crash, but a nice pullback, right? Set a new floor, and that money would go into to cryptocurrencies for an altcoin season and for Bitcoin and altcoins, right? And I said at the beginning of February on Patreon, don't be surprised if Bitcoin is sitting at 80,000 at the end of March, because a lot of this money that's going to be pouring into the cryptos because of the stock market is going to be priced in. Stock market did its big run up from the end of the year last year into this year and into for basically the first week of March, February. And I said, looks like the markets are, looks like, on Patreon, I was like, the stock market look like it's priced in now for these rate cuts. The crypto markets, though, on the other hand, haven't even started yet, right? So expect a lot of this money to start moving into the crypto markets and start pricing in the crypto markets for February and March. So we had a bullish February. We said we're going to have a bullish February and an even more bullish March, right? So as we price in these the rates, right? So it looks like February's trying to take all the shine though and leave March in the dust, right? But we still haven't seen the altcoins really take off, right? Some of them have, but the altcoins in the group have not really taken off, right? I don't even think many of them have done a 3x in the last 2 weeks, right? Some of them have, but many of them haven't, right? Many of them haven't even got back to all-time highs, right? And some of them won't, even in March, right? But where we were looking for what? A 10 to 30x between February and March for the altcoins, okay? And Bitcoin 80,000. So that's what we were looking for. Bitcoin's heading there now, and we still have not seen these altcoins. Shiba Inu hasn't done anything, right? I mean, you can't say a 15% or 20% move here is doing anything. I mean, you know what I mean? So we're still waiting on a lot of these tokens to really get going. I mean, 10x to a 30x is 1,000% to 3,000%. It's not 15%. It's like, oh yeah, you see how this coin did, you see what that coin did, 20% this week. Who gives a crap? They've been dead for 3 years. Wake up. You know what I mean? We need 1,000 to 30 to 3,000%. You know what I mean? In these next several weeks, right? So that's what we're expecting, and that's what we were talking about on Patreon back in early February, late January. So if you guys are not on my Patreon, so you guys are missing a lot of those. But that's what we were talking about on patreon.com/currency365, of course. Okay, so let's go here and let's see if we can find any gems that we do all this. The gems are found in the bear cycle, not the bull cycle, right? This is clearly a bull cycle, and the bull cycle has started, right? So, for me, technically, the bull cycle really doesn't really technically start until Bitcoin breaks at all-time highs and then it's some blue sky territories. But this is the bull cycle has already started. It started basically when we hit 15,000 Bitcoins, when 16,000 Bitcoin was the bottom of the bear cycle, right? And then that's when you should have bought. That's the quote unquote beginning of the bull cycle. And so that's where you should have went long. You could have went long with leverage there, 100x leverage there. It's 15,000, 16,000 Bitcoin. You would be in the freaking money right now, right? So, you would be up over on your leverage plays. You'd be up massive, right? I don't even know how much you'd be up right now. You'd be up almost 10,000% or something. Okay. So let's go here and let's go here. Yeah, you would be up massive because a 100% is 1,000%. So Bitcoin 15 to 30 would have been 100%. Well, it didn't get down all the way to 15. I think it was 15.9, 15.8, and it really held that around that 16,000. So, but let's just round it off. 15 to 30 is 100%, so that's 1,000%. Well, is that 100%? Yeah, that's a thousand. Or is that 1,000%? No, that's 100% for Bitcoin, but 1,000. I think it's 1,000% for you. No, it's 10,000%. It's 100x. Wow. Yeah. It'd have been 10,000% for you. If Bitcoin flips, it's 10,000 for you, right? So with 100x, you have to add two zeros to it, right? So Bitcoin does 100%. It's not 1,000. That's a 10x. It's 100x, so it's a 10,000, right? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, it's a 10,000%. That's amazing, right? So 10,000% is 100x. All right. Oh yeah. No, hold up. That is 100x. What am I talking about? Okay. Well, no. Hold up. Let me see. 100%. 1,000. Yeah. 10,000. Okay. My bad. Yeah. 10,000% is 100x. So, but it'll be up 10,000%. So, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, 10,000% is crazy though, on 100x leverage. That's insane. Okay, but it'll be up way more than that because then you would flip again. So there'll be another flip. Sheesh, right? So how much you would be up massive right now if you had 100x leverage on at 16,000. Man, you would be money right now. Money, 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 money. All right. Let's see here. I did have a leverage position. Um, I did have a leverage position, and I did make some money this morning on that at 60,000. But yeah. Anyways, let's see here. All right, so Bitcoin's up big, up 9%, going completely nuts. Um, refuses to stop. Ethereum at 34. We have our target for Ethereum on Patreon. We'll see if we can get to that target. We're almost in that in the range that we need to be at. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see here. BNB at 421. We got that going into the thousands. Solana is up 6% today. 115. I'm surprised that Solana isn't leading the way here and heading towards that 250 because this thing has been at $100 for weeks now, right? So I'm kind of shocked that Solana isn't exploding here to 250 all time highs here. So I'm kind of not disappointed, but because this thing's came from freaking $9, $9. So I'm not disappointed, but I'm kind of shocked that Solana isn't really exploding here up to that 250 area. And then XRP under $1 is ridiculous. I'm just gonna be I'm gonna have to buy more here. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Uh, and then Cardano, okay, 65 cents. And we got Dogecoin looking good. What that was a great alert. I think I gave that alert on Dogecoin 2 weeks ago or 2.5 weeks ago. We gave an alert on Dogecoin as a consolidation alert. And we were hoping for a breakout to the upside on that one. And we already told you guys Dogecoin to $1 to $5 next year. All right, Avalanche at $40 and Tron. Okay, so Tron. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Because Tron dumped on Patreon today. Tron dumped like crazy on some. I'm trying to think. What exchange was that we were using on Patreon? I don't know what the exchange was, but on some exchange it was dumping. It dumped a nice bit there, but overall it's still at 1% here. So I don't know what to say about that. So I only know that on that exchange we did not hit our target. We came 5 satoshis off from our target, and that usually happens. Sometimes people will take profit before we reach our target. They're on Tron or on anything, right? So always keep that in mind. All right, Chain Link, another good one here. You guys been following us on Patreon. That's a good one there, and we got some big stuff coming for that one. We got some targets on that one that still haven't been hit yet. Polkadot chilling there. Hope Polkadot gets going there. Polygon hit our $1 target already, so and I did tell you guys the new target on Patreon there, so we'll wait and see how that plays out. Tone Coin, I don't know nothing about that one. Up nice in the last 24 hours. So Shiba Inu up 9%. We need this thing to go up a lot more than that. But yeah, Shiba Inu. Can we drop some zeros, please? Can we get some burns to help drop zeros, right? So if we can get some burns here, if we can burn some of the Shiboshi profits, we can burn some of the Shibarium wallet profits with the auto burns. If we can burn some of the Shiba Swap liquidity, that would help, right? And so, you know what I mean? That would help. Maybe we can swap some bone for SHIB and or some leash for some SHIB and burn and just get some burns out there, man. Uh, get the first 1 trillion burn. Get a 10 trillion burn, a 50 trillion. Just get the momentum going. Um, and remember, years ago, I said um, I truly believe that these guys that are in the dev team, this was like 2 years ago. I told you guys that I really believe that the dev team of Shiba Inu don't even like Shiba Inu anymore. And now I'm starting to hear it from the community. Now in the community 2 years later, not the entire community, but a lot of people in the community are now accusing the dev team of Shiba Inu to not even liking Shiba Inu and actually have plans to their plans is actually to destroy Shiba Inu, and that's why they're doing the stuff that they're doing and pissing everybody off, right? So I was talking about that 2 years ago, right? And now everybody's talking about it now. So it's kind of interesting to see the SHIB army finally waking up here and and saying these things and saying, wait a minute, something's not right. But hopefully SHIB can then break out here and hopefully we can see some burns and hopefully this year is different than the last previous years. So, like I said, Satoshi just pop it at 1 cent, get everybody out, and then you're free. You don't have to deal with nobody anymore. Um, Litecoin 75, okay. Dow, Cosmos gonna be a good one, right? I mean, Cosmos already a good one, but it's gonna be we got to go in a lot higher. Stacks, of course, this has been a gem. What a call on Stacks we made, man, since last year. The second half of last year for Stacks till now have been incredible, right? So good job to everybody there on Patreon for stacks, man. You've been accumulating stacks. You are in the money. ETC, you guys know about it here as well. We did the top price for 2024, and so ETC is starting to break. Not everything's breaking out, but things are looking good. Filecoin's at $8 now, so you know what I mean. That's interesting. Caspa, 17 cents hit our 15 cents target there. and so we'll have to put a new target down on that one. H bar hit our 10 cents target as well. It's chilling right over top of it. ING or INJ, excuse me, INJ up 4%. Okay, I don't know much about that one, but V Chain, we had an alert on that one the other day, and that thing went crazy. Uh, Stellar Optimism, I don't know much about that one, but Stellar is here, and Stellar just at 12 cents quietly. Still waiting on Maria Conwell's surge to $1 prophecy there. You know, a lot of you guys were complaining about that and saying currency, currency, currency. Speak about that Maria Conwell's surge to $1 and before XRP starts to run, right? So, and we still haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping we get to see that this week or next week here, where Stellar Lunar just absolutely starts to surge because people get some insider information that the ruling on SHIB is coming or something like that, and they pump Stellar first, the safe one first before, because it doesn't Stellar doesn't have a judgment on it, so you can easily pump that one first. So I don't know. So anyways, Mantle and all these other ones, Lido, Render. I mean, we've heard great things about these some of these tokens, but I don't know anything about these tokens. So Celestia, the graph is a good one. Of course, we have a $1 target on the graph. This thing hit 30 cents plus this week, and we were celebrating on Patreon there. So we got that thing down in the bottom. That thing's been in the bottom, and a lot of people were able to load it up easily there. 10 cents Chronos. Also, that was our target as well. We hit that target on that. Arbitron hanging in there. What was the other one before Arbitron? Monero. Okay. Monero trying to come back up after being delisted from Binance. That was awful. CI, I think I'm not sure how to say it. C or a say or whatever it is. I think it has to do with Facebook, right? I'm not sure. This has something to do with Facebook. Why does it look why does the picture look like a vaccine, like a some type of vaccine or something, or a virus? I doesn't, you know what I mean? Like I was just looking at it, like it looked like worms or like some type of vaccine or a virus. That looks really interesting. I wonder why they picked that as their picture. That doesn't look right. You know what I mean? But anyways. Uh, Thor Chain's been there for a long time. Maker's been here for a long time. Theta's been here for a long while. Theta's dumping a little bit here. Still up 62% on 61% on the last 7 days, but a little pullback. Yeah, some of these tokens are pulling back significantly here because Bitcoin is taking all of the shine right now. And that's what usually happens, right? When Bitcoin breaks these numbers and big money just comes out of altcoins and goes right into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, it just pump Bitcoin up. And then if Bitcoin does hit 80,000, then you'll see all that money, those trillions of dollars, like I don't know how much trillion, maybe $1 trillion going to come out and go right into altcoins, and then altcoins are just going to freaking explode and take off. Then retail is going to come in and buy like there's no tomorrow. So that's what usually happens when Bitcoin's really up like this. The altcoins then suffer for a little bit, and then Bitcoin, everybody watches Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin then stops, cools off, and then the money pours right back into the altcoins, and the altcoins do 10, 15, 30x very quickly. So that's what we want to see. Let's see how it plays out. Pepe up 20%. Man, I had a short on Pepe this morning. I got liquidated for my short on Pepe this morning. So I shorted Pepe this morning and I got liquidated because it went right back to the upside. It was up 42%, and I shorted it there and I still got liquidated. So you guys tell me how that's possible, right? So unbelievable. And now it's only up 20%. So I would have made, so I'm not sure it was a 25x leverage, but 25x leverage. Yeah, I would have made some money on that thing, man. Sheesh, man. Just looking back at it now, like what happened there? How did I get liquidated that fast? I don't know. Anyways, I didn't have no stop losses because I didn't really care. I was playing with like $7. Or no, I think it was $12. I was playing with $12, so whatever, man. It's $12. You know what I mean? Theta moves. Theta moves. 1 cent. I make. I make more than $12. You know what I mean? Like So, anyways, let's see. I mean, my staking. I mean, I think my T fuel staking rewards is like $12. So it's all good. Okay, so Chiles down. Yeah, things are starting to pull back a little bit, and that's what we needed a little bit because we did run up really, really fast there. By the time we run up fast, you're going to see some nice pullbacks. But Bitcoin is taking over right now because the big money's pulling going into Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is just going completely nuts right now. So we'll get money will come back into the altcoins here after Bitcoin's done. But Bitcoin seems like it's absolutely going to 80,000. It might not, but right now, all money's looks like money's coming out of all coins right now and going right to Bitcoin. So you see dollars down, like stuff that were up big yesterday and trying to continue are having problems, So you can see the markets are things are coming down. Jasmine though continuing. Jasmine is running with Bitcoin because they're calling it the Bitcoin, the Japanese Bitcoin. So Jasmine is pumping with Bitcoin as they're calling it the Japanese Bitcoin or something or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, so Jasmine back in the top 100 there, looking good. I didn't see Lunk in the top 100. Did anybody see that? Oh, maybe I skipped it. I don't know. Kava and the rest of these guys. I don't know what any of these other tokens are. IOTA, the old dog, is there. EOS is an old one, oldie. NEO's a old, way old. It used to be Ant Shares. That's how old that's. That one is. Woo. Okay. DYDX is in there, and Luna Classic in here or no? Luna Classic's out of the top 100. Wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, we gotta get our act together then. Luna Classic needs to get his act together. It's out of the top 100 here. So Luna Classic is not in the top 100. That's interesting. Okay, so look at all this is really tough competition here. So let's go to page two and see if Luna Classic is. Of course, it's got to be in the top 110. Wow, it's 110. It went down to 12 or 11s. Wow. So it's still consolidating there on the 1 year chart. It has an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the 1 year. But as you can see, a lot of the money is going into Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is pumping so much that a lot of the money is coming out of altcoins and going into Bitcoin. And all Bitcoin is going to be the one that just and of course Jasmine is pumping too because people are saying that's the Japanese Bitcoin, that's the Bitcoin of Japan. So anything that looks like Bitcoin or is Bitcoin is gonna have a lot of money going towards it. So okay, so if you're in the altcoins, weather the storm here as Bitcoin pumps. Let Bitcoin complete its task. If it's going 80,000 now, let it go. And then it's altcoin time, right? And we want to see the altcoins run up 10x to 30x in 2 weeks. So Bitcoin pumping into end of February into March into 80,000 maybe, and then the next 2 weeks after that or a week and a half after that altcoins pump 10x to 30x, and then we should be done, right? And then we'll see the big correction before the halving, and then from there we will take it as we take it, after that when the halving hits, and then after that, and then we'll see some rate cuts and housing prices will skyrocket again to the upside and be unaffordable for many people. This is why we're getting the wealth now. Why God is releasing the wealth now because he knows that we have to get the wealth before the housing markets explode to the upside or people won't be able to buy homes. So I told you guys this as well. I said at the beginning of the year, I said, don't be surprised if we see the markets go up before taxes here and before the rate cuts because, God has to release some of this funds, the second round of the wealth transfer here as he's doing right now so that we can be able to afford land and housing because when the rate cuts happen, the prices of housing are going to go so up ridiculously. People are going to be priced out, right? And so people are going to just be priced out of homes, right? So it's like an inverted crash of the housing market. People are just going to be, instead of the housing markets crashing and people losing everything, people are going to be the housing markets are going to be priced up because of the rate cuts, and people are going to be priced out of housing and priced out of their housing and being able to buy housing and all, and it's just not going to be a market because everything's just priced up, and then everything's going to be too high, too expensive for many people. Middle class won't be able to buy anything, right? Poor people can't buy anything anyways, but middle class won't be able to buy. The rich won't buy want to touch anything. Everything will be priced too high, right? And then once that happens, everything's dried up, and some people then here comes the collapse because then people are going to start bidding low. Okay, I'll sell my instead of selling my house for 7 million, instead of selling a house that 3 years ago was 300,000, and now you're selling it for $1.2 million, right? Now you're like, okay, nobody buying my house, nobody wants my house, and that's because a lot of jobs are going to be being laid off at the same time, and so it's going to be a complete financial crisis, right, and disaster. And as we go into the new digital system, so people are going to be begging people to take their house. Like, okay, my house is 1.3, now my house is 1.2, now my house is 1.1. Now my house is 900,000. No bidders, right? Because everybody's losing their jobs to AI, and the price, the housing markets are too expensive, right? So that's where we're headed. This is why we need to have the funds now to be able to buy the houses now that we can get, so we can get some good deals now. Some of you guys are going to be some of you guys are going to be given houses. Some people are going to be buying houses to you in this reset, in this wealth transfer. So don't worry about it. God's going to take care of you. He's going to get you the land you need. Going to grow some grapes, and some wild berries and all types of stuff. And it's going to be a good time on the farm, on the land. So God bless everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.